Hello ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, this is Kevin and welcome to my channel, The Art of Horror. Today I'll be discussing American Horror Story Season 8, Episode 5, Boy Wonder. American Horror Story the Musical, The Return of Misty Day, Magical Gluten Detectors, Michael Langdon becomes a Supreme, Barbecuing Tips with Ms. Mead, and have the Sith infiltrated the Jedi. So a bit slow on the body count side of things this episode, but I found it interesting nonetheless, as we find ourselves still stuck in a flashback to a time just before the bombs have dropped. Sarah Paulson's character, Cordelia, awakens after a fainting spell upon being reunited with her old friends. Whilst she is passed out, she has a vision of a white-faced man in a robe and being eaten alive by cannibalistic mutants. In this vision she has no powers. When she awakens, she changes her mind about giving Michael Langdon the test of the Seven Wonders. They show the trial of the Seven Wonders as an old silent movie, breaking the trial up into its 7 categories, until the final category where we see Cordelia makes a request of Michael Langdon. She wants him to retrieve Misty Day from hell. Misty Day, played by Lily Rabe, we find stuck in her own private hell, which is her high school biology class, which was obviously a pivotal moment in her life. She is stuck in this infinite loop of dissecting or being forced to dissect a frog by her horrible biology teacher, at which point her emotions take over and she resurrects the frog. Cordelia requests that the changeover to Supreme take place during the Blood Moon. This could be a coincidence, but if they are at the site of the original Roanoke house, the time of the Blood Moon is when the spirits of Roanoke can cross over between realms. So things could be getting extremely interesting very quickly next episode. Mallory seems to be an equal and opposite to Michael Langdon's character, though hidden in the background. I get the feeling there's going to be an ultimate battle between good and evil between Mallory and Mr. Langdon. We see Ms. Mead turn up and take care of some of Michael's loose ends. Ms. Mead cuts John Henry Moore's throat and then covers him in petrol, setting him ablaze. Being so early on in the piece, I really don't think she's a robot, and I think that scene is a massive clue into what's going on. We've seen in other characters that they've been brainwashed. Mallory and Coco both didn't remember their past, and were placed there as sort of witch moles. So it's possible that Ms. Mead had her memory wiped in a very similar fashion. Stevie Nicks arriving and singing Fleetwood Mac's Gypsy was a nice surprise, and I enjoyed the song. I actually really like Fleetwood Mac's music, so it was really nice hearing her have a bit of a sing. But I couldn't help but feel it was a bit odd and misplaced, but enjoyable nonetheless. And it was still a whole lot better than Jessica Lange having a bit of a sing and go at cabaret style songs, which I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I found that very disjointing and a bit out of place, as I was really enjoying the series of Freak Show. It's still one of my favourite American Horror Story series. Finally, in this episode, people are clicking onto Michael Langdon being an evil SOB. What I find interesting is we know in the future we haven't seen a lot of those characters around, so whether they are dead or at the sanctuary is still yet to be seen. I'm guessing though a lot of them aren't around in the future. We also get a glimpse at the end of this episode of the murder house, which is where I think Ms. Mead and Michael Langdon were living from memory. So it will be good to see where that goes, or if it goes anywhere next episode. I have a gut feeling, and there was sort of mention of it this episode as well, that the people that Michael Langdon is rescuing from hell will have an allegiance to him. I think the souls he's saved are going to be gathered around him, while the others that are alive are going to be dispatched. I did really enjoy this episode, and as a whole, 5 episodes in, I am really enjoying the series so far. It's definitely got my interest, and I'm keen to see where the show twists and turns to next. This is just a quick mechanical pencil sketch on watercolour paper. I want to pick up some inks over the next week or so, and I just want to do some lead pencil work building up to that, and then I'm probably going to come in with the inks afterwards and start filling these pictures in. This sketch still isn't quite right and has a bit of work to go, but this is just the first couple of hours into it I thought you guys might like to see. It's inspired by Lady Gaga's character from Roanoke. I'm not sure what the character's name was offhand, but she played that cool nature, Wiccan, almost Stone Age, shaman-like character. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Kevin for The Art of Horror. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.